organisations. So I think because if you took it away as two separate, I think it'd be very difficult to get it back together again then, to have both men and women. And I think it makes a much better atmosphere as well too.
Yeah, perfect. Again, we're back slightly to the international event, the European at this weekend.
Yeah.
Where would you see the future of that international, for the ladies especially?
Oh, I think it'll grow. There's 6 teams playing this weekend, which is great because it's the very first year of the women playing in this competition. And I think sort of hopefully it'll grow with other countries wanting to get involved, because there's 10 men's teams and there's 6 women's teams, so possibly the other 4 teams that aren't playing in it
what expectations would you have for the ladies, or is there enough known about the opposition?
Well, there's plenty known about the opposition, all right, and they're all good players. They're well rehearsed. They're not new people. They've been playing and been on the circuit for years, a lot of them. For the Irish team, I think I'm hopeful that they will do very well, because we have 3 very strong players.
Chrissy, Tara and Amy.
Chrissy, Tara and Amy. And we have Amy after coming up through the juveniles. And so she's done tremendously well, and she's just got better and better and better. And it's great to see a juvenile lady coming all the way to represent Ireland in the European Team Championships.
Great to see it.
Yes,
fantastic.
Absolutely.
Between the 3 ladies and yourself, you still know looping like the back of your hand, as they say. It will have to be a big advantage, won't it?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Well, you have to have, but it is a big advantage, but it's also a lot more pressure on you. The only thing is that a lot of the European teams wouldn't be used to the short holes. There's a couple of shorter holes like the first hole in looping. It's going to be a shotgun start for everybody first of all, so everybody's not going to start in the first, so they won't all have to panic. But it's a bit of getting used to the shorter holes for the European teams.
What's the format for the ladies' competition?
Well, on Friday what's happening is it's going to be a stroke play competition, so the 6 teams have to be seeded into 2 separate groups, and then on Saturday it'll start then as match play. So there's 2 match plays, 2 singles match plays, and then Sunday there's a doubles and also a singles.
One doubles, is it?
One doubles,
because of the 3
Yes, there's only 3 persons, yes, where the men will have 3 doubles.
Have you named your order players going out to play, or your doubles pairings as yet?
No, we haven't named them. I have to give that information before the opening ceremony tomorrow.
Would John and myself not get that exclusively this evening, no?
No, this is it's under discussion at the moment between the 4 of us. I think it's very important that I include the ladies in everything that the decisions that we all make, and we make them together.
What would you be looking at in the doubles? What way would you be thinking, or as to what might be the better way of playing it?
Well, certain people prefer certain distances of the holes, or they might prefer the medium range or the longer range or the shorter range. So there's various different things, but any of the 3, either Tara or Chrissy, Tara or Amy or Chrissy, it doesn't matter who I use. I know, unfortunately not. No, we're going to keep that as a surprise for Sunday.
Right, a couple of questions just to finish. Topical questions. We were speaking earlier, you're involved with coaching.
Yes.
Do you personally, at the inner sanctum of the coaching, do you personally think we're getting enough value for the money that's spent on it?
Yes, I do. You have to spend money. You have to put it out there to get people to join. As I said to you, we're going around schools and various different things. Secondary schools, primary schools, we do transition year programs as well too. That was in our strategic plan. But yes, I do think, because most of the money that comes from paying the coaches for travel and things like that, it's covered in grants. So we apply for grants.
But there's
it's not Pitch and Put Ireland money.
There's nobody closer than yourself and Steve to see what's going on at the minute. I'm not condemning it. I don't know enough about it. But you have to be you 2 people are in a privileged position to know whether we are doing everything that we can possibly do it, or where we might improve it.
We're doing quite a lot. It's mostly at the moment with the primary schools is done during May and June in the summer months, so we can have the children out on the course playing the real game. And you're restricted for time there, so we normally do a 3-week program with them. So it's an hour every week on a Wednesday morning or a Thursday afternoon or whatever day it is. They come back the next week. For example, down Claycastle, we parked in the car park, and we could see the children walking up from the town, up from Youghal. And they got to where they come in under the gate, and they all start running to the car.
Great.
I mean, what does that say to you?
Yeah, that's
Looking
the
for their clubs
injection you
want
want
to score.
starting your day.
Yes, absolutely, and it's good to see. So we're putting the seed there into their heads. We're giving them the basics of it, and it's for them to bring it on. It may not be this year, may not be next year, but they have the basics, and they're not going to feel silly going out on the course not being able to hit the ball.
Right.
So they will come back at some stage.
Okay.
If not this year, maybe next year. And it's a game that, if you're not everybody's into GAA. This is not a knock on GAA, but not everybody's into those sports. People prefer something gentle, you know, and they don't have to be in a gang all the time, and they don't have to buy all the gear, you know, and have the football boots and the matching gear and all that. They can go and play pitch and foot with their golf shoes on. They can get a pair of golf shoes, and they can be part of a team, or they can play singles, whatever they want. And I think that's great.
Another recent thing that is happening in pitch and foot is the streaming.
Yes.
Have you an opinion or review on that?
Well, it's been a mandate from the members for a long time, and I have to say, I take my hat off to people that have been doing it on their phones for years. It has been very difficult. But the first event we had this year was the national match play in areas, you know, but there were fixed sites where the cameras were, which was a bit unfortunate because it's not a course that would lend itself to moving people walking around trying to film people because of the hills and things like that. I thought it was quite good. I thought the commentary was very good as well too. I know that we're having it on Sunday. We have a company coming in on Sunday to do some coverage as well too.
And some of the communication committee.
Yes, people are coming. That I understand that. Yes,
too.
and I believe there's somebody going to be there for the opening ceremony as well too. That'll be covering that, and also on Friday and Saturday we'll have people streaming it on their phones, which is great. So I think that it'll be great because the women will be covered as much as the men will be. And
is that getting in the little plug, or is
oh well, I'm hopeful. I'd be very disappointed if that doesn't happen, and I'd say that all the ladies would be disappointed because these girls have worked hard for their positions.
It's a very valid point,
Yeah.
but as part of that communication committee, I'll also say to you is we're eagerly looking for some women to step up and play the part in that as well. They haven't as yet come forward, but they will.
My phone number.
Well, there you go. It was.
No,
needed.
I'm sure you put it out there. You know, put it out there.
Well, it has been out there, and
Okay.
as of now, ladies' names didn't come up, but I'm sure they will.
Sure, there'd be a few people now there that would be really good at that. Yeah, because I think it's important that you have both male and female commentary.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be great coverage. Now, where we're going to go with all this coverage that we're doing, because I know it's
That's
quite
what
expensive.
I'm coming at too.
The expense of it is quite expensive to cover all this. But we need to be able to do something with, rather than just putting it into YouTube, onto a platform in YouTube. We need to be able to sell ourselves with it. This is what we do. This is what we aspire to.
Is there a danger of what we're doing at the moment and we're trying to improve every week or every month that goes by? It's in this novice era, we call it. Is there a danger that we're selling only to the players that are playing at the minute?
Yes, I think so, because we're not advertising it anywhere. You know, I think it should be, say you're on the team and you're from Stackallen, your local paper, the Meath Chronicle, get them to cover. We have a local man playing in a big event this weekend and give you coverage. The Kerry man down in Cork, or in Kerry rather than Cork, sorry. So, you know, different counties and stuff like that, and to get the county boards involved in this as well too, for them to promote as well too. So local people say it, Jeannie Joe's playing, I didn't know that. Now, he never told me he was going to be playing in this big event in Lucan. So, and that will make more people get involved, and maybe they'll look at it.
It's a more gentler way of name dropping, which can happen in society, but it does help if they hear that Ger or Joe or the next person is playing in that event. If it's a conversation, it helps them to sort of the imagination and the conversation.
Yeah. It gets people talking about it. You know, whether they play or if they don't play, and they say, God, that doesn't look too hard, you know.
Some clubs and some counties are using, I'm on my soapbox now as well.
That's allowed.
But some clubs and some counties are very good at using local radio over the last few years.
That's right.
But there's some very poor. And these radio stations are only too eager, again for the reason we said, to mention names of a location, because it gets people in the neighbourhood talking about it. And it's there and we're not using enough, I would feel. Would you?
So, well, if then our communications people, then we need to get them to start working on that as well, because when I went to the World Cup last year in Spain, in outside Barcelona, and we were actually sitting listening in another location, listening to Ian Dillon giving an interview to Kildare, which was really weird, and that went off really well, and it was great to hear that. And I said, here we are now at a World Cup, and there's Ian Dillon now, and he's sitting there talking to this guy in Dublin, in Kildare, about what's happening and what they were doing and what they hope to achieve, and then they went on and won the World Cup.
Yeah, it definitely could be more use made of it. I feel it with
But I think you need committees for everything to get things moving, and you'll always, if you have a committee of 6 or 7 people, you'll always get 3 people that will really push it. And they're the people that you need to keep pushing, and get the other people. Give everybody a job to do. Give everybody on a committee a job to do, and that's their job to do, and they'll do it.
You'd be glad to hear. That's all the questions I have, unless you've something further to say to us.
No, just thank you very much for taking the time to do this with
Our
me.
pleasure,
and thank you
behalf
for
of
your
John and myself,
encouragement.
thanks very much.
Thanks, John, very
No
much.
problem at all. You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Right.
Gentlemen, thank you.
Sweet stuff. Right.